Hi, my name is Dale Gibson. I'm just a cowboy. I was looking for a job. An opportunity came about. They were looking for cowboys that could really ride down in Natchez, Mississippi on North and South Part 2, the miniseries. They said, any of you cowboys want to work in LA, we'll hire you. So I thought, what the heck? So I loaded up myself and came out here to California and worked, just doing extra work and riding horses on North and South. I loved it. Went home, told my family I was moving to California, loaded up my dog and my horse, and I've been here 32 years now.
Hi, I'm Heather Gibson. I'm Dale's wife. We own Gibson Ranch. I met Dale at a guy in the business who had this roping. We were both there for it at the same time, and we had a mutual friend. I said, so who's that cute guy over there you were talking to? And she says, that's funny, he was just asking the same thing about you. So she introduced us, and it's history.
My background as a bull rider, I always wondered if I was good enough to be a stuntman. I've been performing, doing tricks at rodeos since I was 11 years old, so I had a good background for it.
My father was a stuntman and second unit director, so I grew up around the business, and I trained with him, and I'm, pretty athletic, so it worked out for me. Me and my husband bought this ranch about 20 years ago.
We're only 12 minutes from Universal Studios, so we get a lot of folks come out here looking for a location. They come in and they don't know the horse end of the business like I do, and I have the ranch, and I have a director now that I've coordinated stunts on his last 3 movies. The first one was a Western, it was here, and now I coordinate for him all the time, so it's actually opened up a lot of doors.
We wanted a place to have our horses and ride and rope. Started boarding horses so we didn't have to rely so much on working in the film business.
My horses are like my kids. I've had Dan for 21 years. He's 24. Salty I've had since 2001 for 17 years.
CBS 2's Christine Lazar had a very close call this afternoon when the creek fire burned a horse ranch in Shadow Hills.
There was thick black smoke and flames closing in on the ranch. Inside, there were about 50 horses still tied up who needed to be rescued. Sadly, it looks like most of the barns and the stables inside here are a total loss. That fire just swept through this ranch so quickly before firefighters could even arrive.
I think the reason the creek fire hit us so hard because when the day started off, we were the rescuers. We were literally hooking up our horse trailers, and I say we, me, and a bunch of my cowboy buddies here. We all hooked up our trailers and we went off and we were rescuing everybody. And we were bringing them here so they'd be safe. And by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, suddenly we had brought them somewhere that was supposed to be safe, and now suddenly we're not safe.
And the first wave of the fire came from that direction and came up that side behind my neighbor's house. Dale got the water truck and we put it out, and we were all kind of like, woo, we're cool, we're good, And then about 10 minutes later, it came up, it crossed from over there and came up this way.
The fire got closer, burning everything, burning every tree, bush. Man, I was terrified. I was like, I actually saw the fire outside of my property, and it was like seeing hell next door.
When this barn went up and all of a sudden it started going up, I just remember thinking, oh, we lost, Oh, wow, And all the horses got out, luckily. A lot of people came in and helped. There was no firemen here. It was just me and my friends, and that's it.
Seeing all my work, literally, that I helped build with my hands, and to watch all that burn down was really tough.
I was born here, and I never thought something like this would happen. I don't want to lose my home. I want to lose everything dear to me.
It was a very tough day. Oh man, so much work.
It's the day after Dale Gibson lost almost everything he built on his ranch in Shadow Hills. Of course, everyone wants Dale Gibson to rebuild, but he's from the Midwest. He says he's not a young kid anymore, and he thinks he might just pack up and go home.
At the time, I was very torn about what to do. I hadn't really decided yet, but an odd thing happened one night. Every Tuesday and Thursday night, we have roping practice in the arena, and this group of ladies locally came by and said, are you going to go to Vegas and compete? We want to support you. And the one lady started crying. It's like, you know, don't let life get you down. And this lady was a stranger to me, but she lived here in the neighborhood and she'd been to events here. So we went to Vegas and I just started feeling, I don't know, stronger about rebuilding. And then I talked to my son, Reed, who's 18 years old, and my wife, and we all just sat and had a family talk. And we like the lifestyle here. You know, people coming and riding horses and being surrounded by people that have horses. So we decided to do it. We cleaned up a lot of it about a week after the fire. 2 weeks after the fire, we started rebuilding, and we rebuilt everything in 65 days. We had just people, volunteers, just coming over, and I hired as many workers as I could afford, and we got it done. We've done a lot of charity events over the years and stuff, so it's funny when you do good stuff, sometimes it comes back to you, and I credit the whole rebuilding of the ranch to that, just because of all the good stuff that we've done over the years.